Okay, so we're continuing today with day 2 of combining like terms. We are simplifying algebraic expressions by combining like terms. Let's go ahead and look at some vocabulary. Linear expression. A linear expression is a group of constants and variables joined by addition and subtraction. The variables are raised to the first power. So our linear expression is what we're going to be seeing. It's going to be expressions made up of coefficients with variables like we see here. And it's also going to be made up of constants. What they call constants are just the number by itself. So let's go ahead and look at our next word, like terms. So we had a good opportunity to see what this was yesterday. Like terms are terms that have the same variables. Remember, a variable can be a letter, it can be a shape, it can be a Greek letter, and like yesterday, it can even be a picture. Let's go ahead and look at our first problem. Remember, you're going to have some problems to do on your own today. So I would make sure you write this one down in your notebook. Me di cuenta ayer, and I'll say it again in English, pero me di cuenta ayer que cuando tenían que hacer esto solos, estaban teniendo dificultades cuando estaban restando. So I noticed yesterday you guys were having some trouble with the subtraction. So voy a hacer yo bien despacito. Quiero que se aseguren de escribirlo en sus libretas, así lo van a tener para después. Make sure you have it in your notebook. That way you can reference back to it later. So it says, drag the images to model the expression. So we have 5e plus e plus 7b minus 2e. So our bacon is obviously going to be our b, and our eggs are going to be our e. Bacon and eggs. So I have 5e plus e. Remember, I'm taking that sign in front of it. Minus e. And then I just have plus 7b. So I'm going to be taking 5e plus e minus 2e plus 7b. So now let me go ahead and model it with my pictures. So I have 5e, so 5 eggs. 2, 3, 4, 5 eggs. Plus more eggs, 1 more egg. Okay, now question. It says minus 2e. When it says minus 2e, am I going to add 2 more eggs, or am I going to take away some eggs? I'm going to, with minus, I'm going to add more. I'm going to take away. So with my pen, or if you want with your drawing tools, you're going to just mark it off. Since you're doing this one in your notebook, you also doing it on the screen. You're marking it off. So let me show you how I would mark it off on the computer. I would come up here, select a line, and I'm going to go, boop, I marked it off. And I'm going to do another one. I'm going to mark it off. So I'm taking away 2. So now I have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 eggs. So 4 eggs. Now I have to do B. So now I'm doing plus 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus 7. And that's it. I'm not doing anything with that plus 7b. So all I have to do down here is do plus 7b. That is my simplified expression. I condensed it or made it smaller. So remember, when you see that subtraction, you need to make sure you are taking away. It can't just stay the same. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at another one. Okay, so we're dragging the images to model the expression. I'm going to do one more, and then you guys are going to do some on your own. So it says 2D plus 3C minus 2D minus 2C. So let's start off by checking out our like terms. So we have 2D and then minus 2D. Okay, then I have plus 3C and minus 2C. So I have 2D minus 2D plus 3C minus 2C. So notice, because of our pictures, just like we did in the last one, when you have D's and C's, or when you have two different variables, you can't combine those, because dogs and cats are not the same. Or like in our last picture, bacon and eggs are not the same. So you can't put them together. So I want you to go ahead and take a second and model yours out. Go ahead and drag your pictures over. If you need to subtract, subtract. If you need to add, add. Okay, so that should be more or less enough time. Let's go ahead and model our expression. So 2D, we know that our dog is our D, so I'm taking over 1, 2. So it says 2D minus 2D. What am I doing? Am I adding more dogs, or am I taking away some dogs? I'm taking away. I'm going minus 1D and minus 2D. So how many dogs do I have left? I have 0 dogs left. I've got nothing. So now I'm going to go ahead and add my cats. It says plus 3 cats. 1 cat, 2 cat, 3 cat. Now it says minus 2c, or minus 2 cats. So what am I going to do? Cross out 2 cats. I'm crossing out 1, I'm crossing out 2, and I'm left with how many cats? 1 cat. So now I'm going to write my simplified expression on the bottom. So I don't want to put the 0. I don't have any dogs left. So that's it. But I have 1 cat left. So you can either write 1c or you can just write c. So my answer for this one would just be C. Go ahead and look at the next one. Okay, so it's telling us here that our numbers are represented by the triangle and our ends are represented, oops, by the 0. So I'm going to go ahead and model 1, and then you guys are going to do the next one just so that you get an idea of what that 1 means. So we have 4n minus n. And then we have plus 9 minus 5. So for n, I'm going to grab my circles. My circles are going to be my n. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 n. And I forgot to rewrite it, but it was 4n minus n. And this just helps me make sure that I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. So 4n minus n. If I'm going to do minus n, what does that mean I'm doing? Am I adding another circle or taking away? Taking away. Good. So let's see. Luisa, how many n's do I have left? Or how many circles? 3. Good. So I'm going to do 3n. Then it says plus 9. So remember, my numbers are my triangles. So I'm going to drag over 9 triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to take away 5 or minus 5. So I'm going to, let me pick a different color. I'm going to do 1, 2, I don't like that one either. 3, 4, 5. So Randy, how many triangles do I have left? Four. Perfect. So I'm going to do plus 4. And guess what? That's my simplified expression. It's 3n plus 4. And that is it. So it's not any more complicated than that. So let's go ahead and look at our next page. You guys are going to do this one on your own. You are going to model it, so drag over your pictures, and then I want you to do your simplified expression. I want to see it on your screen, but if you need to do a little bit of other work on a piece of paper or something before, so that you are doing it correctly on the screen, then go ahead and do that. Use the resources that you need. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys, this is going to be like your exit ticket. So I'm going to go ahead and give you about 3 minutes. Yes, lo tengo puesto en mute. ¿Qué pasa? No, porque necesito hablar y yo sé que vas a seguir hablando tú. Okay, if you can raise your hand in Teams to let me know that you are done so that I know more or less how much time that we need. Good, I have Jose and Yulivani done. And just leave it up so that I know that you're finished. If you are finished with your lesson, there is one more slide. If you're done with this slide, there is one more slide that asks you a question to explain your thinking. So go ahead and look through that slide and answer the question. Okay, Annabelle, same for you. Go ahead and look at the next slide and do that one. So remember, once you finish this dragging the images, raise your hand in Teams so that I know that you're done. And then move on to slide 10. Nice. I've got 5 people done. Alan forgot to leave his hand up. If anybody needs help, you can type it in the chat. I can help you. That is fine. Just like we would do in class. Nice job, Karen. Same for you. Look at 10, slide 10. Okay, let's go ahead and look at it really quick. Those of you that have your hands raised, you can go ahead and unclick that button. It says 4 plus 8h minus 3 plus 4. So this one should have been super, super quick. You have 4 minus 3 and plus 4. Those are all the same. And then you have plus 8h. So it tells us h is the square, our numbers are our triangles, and all I'm going to do is model it. I'm not going to show you the simplified expression. So if it tells me we have 8h, I'm going to drag over 8 of these squares. I don't do anything with them because it's just plus 8h and that's it. Then I have plus 4. So I'm going to go ahead and drag over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it says minus 3. So you can either do plus 4 first or minus 3. That is up to you. I'm going to go ahead and just do that plus 4, and then I'll do the minus 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm taking away 3. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Then I count everything up, and I'm finished with that one. So at this point, everyone should be on this last slide. Simplify the expression 7m plus 2g plus 5g minus m. So if I'm doing 7, oops, wrong color, 7m plus 2g plus 5g minus m. Remember, 7m and minus m are the same thing, and plus 2g and plus 5g. So if I have 7m minus m, so let's say I'm not sure what to do, right? I have 7m minus m. What would that give me? No one knows? Or no one wants to answer because I'm not going to answer it. So what does 7m minus m give me? It would give me 6m. If you're not sure and the pictures help you out, you can just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 circles. You're subtracting one circle and it gives you 6m. You're doing the same thing with 2g plus 5g. Once you have your simplified, you're going to type the answer in the space. And you're going to explain exactly what you did. And it tells you in there in 2 to 3 sentences. That means capital letter ends in a period 2 to 3 times, not one big long sentence. Once you're finished with this slide, you're coming back and you're clicking on the submit button that's right here. And that's it for your lesson slide. Once you have submitted your lesson slide, and that should not take you the rest of class. Once you're done with your lesson slide, you're going to come back over to week 20. We're on Wednesday, and you're going to do your classwork. Combining like terms. There's 1, 2, 3 slides. So I should not be getting people that only turn in 1 slide. So those are 2 things that you need to have complete by the end of the block. Once you're done with both turning in your lesson slide and your classwork, I will tell you you can go. I'm not going to keep you until 10:15 if you're done with everything, but you need to make sure that you're finished with both. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen.